Alright. Okay. I'm live. I haven't done one of these in a while. What are we going to talk about today? We're going to talk about self-improvement. We're going to talk about what I've been doing ever since Corona ended, more or less, now that that's kind of like over. Because basically Corona's over. Like I said at the beginning of the year, Corona's over now, so don't need to worry about that anymore. I'm certain the disease is completely gone. Now that that's over, now that that fucking apocalypse is ended with, and our lives are moving back to normal, this is the best time to start making those changes that, you know, you were like, fuck, man, I just realized how shit my life is, and I need to turn it around. This is the time. Now is the time. Do this now. Everybody is fucked right now. Start bettering yourself. Start being better than you are. It's not that hard. It really isn't. It seems like it's hard, right? Hold on, let me... It seems like it's hard. It's not hard. I promise you. I'll tell you how. I'll tell you how to do this shit. Easy as fuck. Step 1. If you don't got a job, get you a job. You gotta go out there. You gotta start getting some bread. You gotta start making some money. Doesn't fucking matter how. But you need to be able to support yourself. That is priority numero uno. If you need 2 jobs like me, then work 2 fucking jobs. That's just what you gotta do. That's just how the bills gotta get paid. By the way, all this music is by Kijugo again. Because I don't know what else to put on, and he gave me permission. So, in a random YouTube comment, he gave me permission. So, Kijugo, I will put your stuff again in the link if you want to listen to this or more of this. This is just shuffle. I have no fucking idea what's about to play. This is zombies right now, because Plants vs. Zombies goes off. But what I was saying about self-improvement. Yep, so this is all about self-improvement today. That's what we're doing. We're improving ourselves. I got a gym membership. Okay, no, okay. let's start at the beginning of how I got on this journey, okay? So, I used to be a waiter at a shitty dive bar. Not a bar, just a dine-in place. Real shit, southern, in the Pensacola. Like, it's... I don't want to say who I work for, because that could be potentially, you know, against the rules, so I'm not going to say who I work for. But, you know, it's a shitty diner. This is the Pink Panther. Oh my god, I love the Pink Panther theme. Holy shit. I also, well, now work in a mall. I'm not going to say where in the mall, but I work in a mall. But I was working, like, night shift, always night shift at this diner. And I was waiting tables, and this cute girl asked for my phone number. And so I gave it to her, right? This has happened on a couple of occasions. And actually, now it is my, like, personal mission to get as many phone numbers as I can. For no reason other than to, like, boost my own ego. But you know what? Fuck it, man. If it makes you feel good, and it's not like... I'm not harassing any of these people by any means. Like, I usually don't message them. But, like, I'll get a number, and it'll be like, oh, that's cool. That makes me feel good. It's weird. I've never really put it into words. But anyway, I get this girl's number, and she's like, hey, I'll work out at the gym. You should work out at the gym. And I'm like, okay. So I got a gym membership. I haven't really used it, but I started exercising, and I exercise still pretty often to this day, because, you know, you got to do that. That's like basics of the basics, is you got to have a little bit of exercise in you, just enough so that you're like sweating, basically, just a little bit, right in the morning. That's when I do it. I just wake up and like get some push-ups, get 50 push-ups, 50 sit-ups, 50 bicycle kicks, like those ab crunches on the side. I don't know what the fuck they're called. I do like 50 squats, fucking cool guy shit. And then, you know, you gotta get a routine. A routine is important. You gotta be routine. If you don't have a routine, then the whole thing is bust. If you don't have any kind of routine at all. Even if your routine is pretty light, like I have a pretty light routine, and it varies all the time, and I'll mix it up literally all the time. But I have a goal each day. It's like, alright, this day I'm gonna do this. Alright, and then I'll do these couple things or whatever. And it's like, you gotta just build the day that you want to have. And if you modify it in the middle of that, that's okay, as long as you can make up for it later. Like, it's okay to procrastinate if you're actually going to get and do what you have to do. things have to get done, and you have to be the one to do them because nobody else will do them. But, you know, if you just push through it, it's okay. Everything works out for you. Like, so that's been great. Alright, this girl stopped texting me or whatever, which is fine. Whatever, whatever, she ghosted me. Cool. That's just how that would be. It's gonna happen. You know what? That's fine. People don't click. Whatever. Who the fuck cares? You know what I mean? But a couple weeks later, get another girl's number. And then, like, a week later, another. And then, like, it just starts building up. And I'm like, did something change in me over this past, like, year and a half? I don't think so. I don't think over the past year and a half anything has changed in who I am. Like, I'm pretty much the same person. Why am I suddenly being treated differently? And, you know, I was wondering about this for a long time. Longest time, I was like, why the fuck do people suddenly start treating me differently? But I think, just recently, I actually figured out something. I'm sorry, I'm kind of tapping my mic there. There's a little bug on it, but there's nothing I can do about him. He's so small, he's like fitting inside of one of the nets, but that's okay, he's moving on. Get out of there. Cool. Anyway. Fucking bugs, bro. Can you believe that shit? So what changed? What happened? Like, obviously I didn't change. I don't do anything that different from what I did before. I'm not suddenly, like, a better person than I was, like, 2 months ago. Why am I suddenly being treated differently? And, you know, I had two possible reasons. One, physically something has happened in me. And that's possible, but I think that's less likely. I think what happened is really number two. And that is, I've been exposed to more people. And because of that, I really forgot. I honestly forgot in the last year and a half how, like, in the past couple of years, I've forgotten how gifted I am at talking to people, like, one-on-one. Like, I'm not saying, like, I can, you know, talk to fucking, I'm not, like, a fucking super charisma god. I can't, like, talk a dragon into fucking me or anything. But, you know, I'm pretty good at, like, I can't roll no natural 20s on charisma, unfortunately. But when it comes to, like, actual human interactions, I think I'm pretty damn good. And I don't know why. I don't think... Well, I have a couple of theories as to that. As to why I even think that, like, you know, I'm a little bit charismatic. One, I really like pop culture, which... that can weasel its way in any conversation because I'm a decent storyteller. I'm not nearly... like, sometimes I'm good, sometimes I'm bad. It really depends.
No matter what you
do,
Oogway, that seed will grow
my boy.
To be a peach tree. You may wish for an apple or an orange, but you will get a peach.
So one, I'm into pop culture, and I think in the modern world, pop culture is very important socially and culturally. I think that having a broad basis in pop culture and in what is going on in the world is important. That kind of stuff matters when it comes to being able to talk to people and having things to say about things. Like, it's weird. My philosophy has been changed by media that I've consumed. Video games, anime, television shows, cartoons, fucking, you name it.
How? I need your help, Master. No.
These things will change the way that you think about things in minor ways and sometimes in grand ways, but you can combine those things that you learn in pop culture with things that you would learn academically. And that kind of that reinforces the idea that it's not all bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, because obviously you watch something and you're like, oh, this is kind of like, this is sci-fi. There's no message here. But there could be like a underlying message that you're just not hitting. That's just not hitting you for some reason. Like, you could watch Cowboy Bebop and you could have the complete wrong opinion that it's a boring anime about like space cowboys, but you could also have the based opinion, which is that it's a cool anime about a bunch of space cowboys. Like I do, and you know, that show teaches you about like letting go of your past and even embracing your past and how important the past can be to people. So I think pop culture is one thing, and I think, again, what's even more important than, you know, pop culture, that's like a sub important thing. The most important thing, I think, in being charismatic and being able to achieve charisma, or being able to talk to people and overcome the anxiety of talking to people, is to just say shit. Just say whatever the fuck comes to mind. If you look like an idiot, then who the fuck cares, you know? Like, it doesn't matter what other people think of you, as long as you think highly of yourself. And you don't even have to think highly of yourself, but if you say things that, if you start speaking up for yourself, if you start saying things that you were scared to say in the past, not only will people notice that, but you will feel better about yourself, because you need to express yourself. You need to use words to say things to other people. And you need to do it as often as you can. That's the only way to improve your charisma. The only way to be better at talking to people and to improve yourself, really, is to just talk to people and just get past that anxiety that you get. Because everybody gets that anxiety. I get that anxiety when I talk to people. Somebody will come up to me and be like, hey, like at my job, they'll be like, hey, can you do this thing for me? And I'm like, yes, stranger. Please don't say my name. But like, I hate that. I hate that so much. I hate when customers anywhere will just walk up to you and like say your name. This is a side rant. Don't say my name, okay? Like, I don't know you. I haven't introduced myself. I don't want you to say my name to me. I just want you to be like, hey, waiter. Or like, hey, employee. I don't give a fuck. Just don't say my name. That's kind of awkward. Unless I introduce myself to you. If I introduce myself to you, say my name. But like, otherwise, no. Just please don't. Except for you homies. You homies listening, you can all say my name. You can all call me Cal. Or whatever the fuck you want to call me, I guess. Yeah, leave your suggestions of what you would call me in my comments, and I'll probably not get to them. Okay, so improvement. That's kind of where I'm at with philosophy of how my improvement is going, and how I don't know if that's been able to be beneficial to anybody, but I think that if there's something that you want to do right now, you just need to do it, because now is the best time. Like, Corona's over. Like, everything is winding down. The world is coming like back to normal, kind of ish. Now we're all worried about war. I guess that's the next big thing, is we're gonna be scared about war. So that'll probably happen. That's definitely happening already, and you know, like, Israel's about to get fucked up, man. That's just about to go it's about to be crazy in the Middle East soon. That's all I'm saying. Like, it's about to be crazy over there. Absolutely bonkers. But I don't really pay much attention to the news these days. Like, I think that's been beneficial too. So some of the other things I've done that have really been helping me out is I don't use Discord much anymore, and I don't basically ever use Facebook. I only really use those platforms to like promote my stuff. Oh, bro, Shrek. Fantastic. I only really use that stuff for, like, you know, fucking my YouTube channel. And yes, we're leaving all this dead space in because that's how this type of video has always been. This has always been the like leave all the dead space in, who the fuck cares kind of videos. It's just like I just sit here and listen to music and talk because it's cool, it's fun. It's fun. I'm gonna have a video game in the background for you. I think I'm gonna put Banished maybe. I might play some Banished in a little bit here. It might be Loop Hero, I don't know. Probably Banished. You'll just see me start a town in Banished and probably die or whatever.
You have no idea.
But yeah, man, that's where I've been at. That's how I've been doing. Now is the best time. Now is the best time to get into anything. Like, I even started going to bars now because I want to just keep working on my charisma and I want to keep getting better at talking to people. So that way, when it's important, I'll know what to say when I need to say things. Because otherwise, I won't be able to say what I need to say when I need to say it. And I don't know what I need to say, but I just feel like at some point I'll need to say something, and that's going to be important. And it's going to be important that I say things. And that like idea has just been in my mind for a while that I'm going to have at some point. I'll have something really important to say, and I'll need people to hear it. And that's, I don't know if I'll ever have anything important to say. Maybe I'll always just ramble, and that'll be fine. This channel is just so I have something to watch in the future and be like, look, I've done this thing. This is what I thought at this time. That's why the fucking dates and times are in most of these. Like, this is like a video diary almost. Like, I'm just spitting out things because, like, if I gotta get these words out, you know what I mean? Like, words have to come out of my mouth. I have to say things, otherwise, like, sometimes I'll just go crazy, and that's another reason why it's been harder to make videos recently. Like, I've been saying a lot more stuff, so I have less things to say, I feel like, in a video, but I don't fucking make enough videos. I don't have the time, man. I work 2 jobs. I can't make videos all the time. I can't be creative all the time. That shit's hard. It's hard to be fucking creative. It's hard to make videos. Like, well, it's not actually that hard to make videos. It's pretty fucking easy, but, like, you just have to know what you're doing, and you have to be willing to just put in time and tedium, and, like, that's all it is, just putting in time and tedium, and that's what this is all about. Mr. Bean. Gotta love it. But everything takes time. Everything takes time. You just have to be able to grind through some shit to get what you want out of it. You know what I mean? Like, and what I've noticed is, like, even if you do it slowly, like, I've slowly started to get better at doing things like editing, and, like, obviously these I leave unedited because, fuck, this is my time, this is my thoughts, this is what I'm thinking, I don't care if this is fucking edited or not. But, like, I've been getting better at editing, and I've been, like, focusing more on, you know, actually using my editing software, but, like, just doing it in small increments. Like, I just, every once in a while, fuck with a new program that I've downloaded. Like, I don't know, I've been drawing a bit more, I've been, you know, just working on individual talents more. I've been trying to learn the harmonica even a little bit, because that's kind of fun. You want to hear some harmonica shit? Here, I'll play something on the harmonica for you. This is a cheap toy harmonica. Let me play it. I have to back up. I have to back up quite a bit because I don't know if this is even going to pick this up. This is also going to be really bad, but here it goes. How was that? Did you like that? Maybe, maybe not. Well, there it is. That's a little bit of harmonica action for you. I don't know. It's been fun to just have something, I guess, an instrument to, like, again, like, I'll be at work and I'm just walking to, like, my car or whatever, and I'll just whip out the harmonica and, you know, practice a little tune here. Like, it's convenient to have. People, it's kind of, like, quirky. People are like, hey, he's the harmonica guy. I don't know. It's not like I'm trying to be a harmonica guy. I don't... Oh my god, I'm not the harmonica guy. Please tell me I'm not the harmonica guy. Oh my god. That's a clown, bro. No. But it is fun to just kind of whip out a little toy instrument and just, you know, whip out a little tune. It fills up like dead space, I guess, in your life to like just practice like little instrument or something, just something small. You want to get a small one. That's why I picked the harmonica. Like I can fit that shit in my pocket, no problem. And then I can just whip it out whenever I want. It's not a big deal. I also carry a kazoo with me sometimes, so like that's fun. The kazoo's like a toy, not really an instrument, but you know, it's same difference. It's as much of an instrument, I guess, as like whistling. So no, but I mean that's another thing. If you're like at all creative, or you feel like, you know, you might want to learn like an instrument. I don't know. I might get a trumpet soon. I was thinking about that earlier. Like I think I might get a trumpet because that would be cool. I maybe learn how to do a couple things on a trumpet. That'd be pretty sick. You know what I mean? Like that'd be pretty cool. Nothing crazy. I'm not gonna go out there. Oh, saxophone would be cool too, though. I would love to learn me. Like I want to just learn a lot of instruments. I feel like just a little bit because, you know, it's cool to just, you know, play instruments. I guess it's a cool feeling. I used to have a banjo, but the banjo's gone. Rest in peace, Kazooie the banjo. Yeah, it was a lot, Mr. Bean. I know. I spoke pretty quick there. Oh, We Bare Bears. What a good show, man. I love that shit. They're so cute. I love bears. Bears are amazing. Bears are awesome animals. I also can't believe it's already June. It'll be June 2nd by the time this airs. But like, it's June 1st right now. Like, I started this, what time is it? How long is this video? This video is 22 minutes. So I started this at like 11:42 maybe. No, 11:32. 11:32 or 11:33 or 11:31 or something like that. So this is probably like 11:30. I was rounded to 11:31 p.m. July 1st. Man, I can't believe it's already July. What the fuck? This year has gone by so crazy quick. I don't even know how or why it happened, but like this year has been zooming, man. This year has been non-stop action. Just bam, 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 bam. Thing after thing happened. And it's not even that much. It's just like work and then work. Day off, work. And it's like I'm so into the grind of doing stuff, and I'm so into the grind of like when I'm not working, I'm doing like, you know, I'm making videos, or I'm playing a game, or I'm watching a show, or like cleaning my shit. Like I cleaned my place yesterday and it felt so good. Like I had the day off and I was just like, fuck, I'm going to clean everything. And so I cleaned like everything. I probably should have vacuumed my room, but like whatever. Fuck, I cleaned all the rest of the shit. Took out all the trash, did all the chores, and now my pad looks pretty good and I feel pretty good about it. And I'm like, fuck, man. Just doing chores feels good, man. It's weird to describe. It's one of those things that you're like, oh, I don't want to fucking take out the trash. I don't want to clean the toilet. Fuck, man, that shit's got to get done, and it's gonna be better if you do it now than like when it gets really bad. You know what I mean? Like, plus, right? Let's say you're taking a guy or a girl to your place. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna be honest, man. Every time I've been to a girl's place and I've seen their bathroom, like that's one of the first things I notice is like, all right, how clean is this girl? Like, how much do they actually like care about the place that they are inhabiting? You know what I mean? Because like that's important. That's important stuff when you're entering into a relationship, or when you're like, you know, over at somebody's house. So it's like, is my place presentable? Would I present this to, you know, would I present this to a girl? Would I present this to a guy? Would I present this to a them? You know, it's like, I don't know. Maybe I would. Maybe I wouldn't. If the answer is you wouldn't, if you would go into that bathroom and be like, holy shit, what a slob, then somebody else is likely to be like that as well. You know what I mean? And like, fuck, even doing a shitty job is better than no job. Like, make your place look good, and if better your place is, even if your place is a little bit messy, if that's better for how you think, like if you think better, like my room is kind of messy. Not so much like there's not stuff on the floor and there's not stuff on my bed and like there's stuff thrown about, but I have like games everywhere. Like I have just little like DS games and like Game Boy games and fucking. Sometimes I'll have a PlayStation game or something just in the randomest spots, and it's like, why would you do that? And it's like, well, okay, my philosophy is like, you know, sometimes I'll be like walking into my room and I'll be like looking for one thing or whatever. I'll be bored and I'll be like, oh, where's this? And I'll just like stumble across a game and be like, holy shit, I haven't played this in like years. Let me just pop this in and play it for a little bit. And like, I don't think most people are like that, but like that's such a it makes gaming a lot more enjoyable for me. Like, cause gaming is kind of boring, to be honest. Like, all right, yeah, even games I absolutely adore, like Fire Emblem Awakening, one of my favorite games of all time, one of the best games I think has probably ever been made, is like, at least one of the best turn-based tactical games, is like, I love that game to bits, but even after playing it for like 1,000 hours, it does get a little bit boring. But if I'm like, you know, just stoned or something, walking into my room being like, holy shit, bro, Fire Emblem Awakening, let me pop that in and play it for another 50 hours. And that's just how it'll be. And like, that's, to me, that's a system that works, where it's like, it's messy. If somebody walked in, they'd be like, why the fuck do you have games everywhere? I'd be like, I don't know, it's just how I be. But like, the rest of my place isn't a mess, you know what I mean? Like, things that aren't supposed to be in places, or things that aren't supposed to be where they're not supposed to be, aren't where they're not supposed to be. This is the Nokia ringtone, oh my god. Classic Kijugo, classic. I love this. This is going to be a pretty long one, I feel like, but that's okay, because I want to show off a little bit of Banished. As you can see here, I'm doing a thing. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing it probably pretty well, because I'm pretty good at things. And because if I fail within the first 30 minutes of this, or whatever, this run that I haven't actually played yet, I'm just gonna, you know, use one where I didn't fail at this point, and you won't see me, like, you won't see all of my people dying and suffering in a graveyard that they can't build because there's not enough laborers or builders. Which may or may not have happened to me the last time I played. But this time will be a lot better. And we will be playing in, drumroll please, insert town name. The village of insert town name is where this is all taking place. Isn't that cool? Isn't that great? Look at all these insert town namesville people. That's pretty cool. I'm not going to edit that out either. That's just how it's going to be. I have no idea what the actual name of the place is because I haven't obviously recorded it yet. So, that's cool. That is fantastic, isn't it? Yeah, I think it is, yeah. I miss doing these type of videos, man. These are fun, though. This is like a one-man podcast, basically. This is like... That's so depressing. It's a one-man podcast. And today on the FullofSht single man special, I, Dr. Calhoun, will be fulfilling the role of all of the hosts and all of the guests. Also, I'm in no way affiliated with the FullofSht podcast, but you should go listen to the FullofSht podcast, which the link will be in the description, of course, because, hells to the yeah. The FullofSht podcast is amazing. And probably the best podcast to ever podcast within the past couple of... You know, it's crazy, okay? So, I actually, like, I know the people. I know Noah and Tim and Jacob. I don't know Nick. Hi, Nick. You're not listening to this, but hi, Nick. I know the main guys, the guys that are on it pretty much every time, from high school, and so I'm not gonna like out who they are or whatever, but I know them and they know me, and it's really fun listening to something that like other people that I know have made and collaborated on, and they're a bunch of cool guys, and I think it's funny that they basically started their podcast at the same time that like Markiplier started his podcast. So I haven't listened to the Distractable podcast yet, but I'll probably get around to that someday. But no. in my completely one-sided biased opinion, the Full of Shit podcast is the greatest podcast to ever podcast right now. Oh, it's Mario time. Fuck yes. No, but the Full of Shit podcast is really good, and I think you should listen to it. And they even read my thing on air. They read. I wrote into them. I wrote a moral, quote moral, for one of their episodes, and I obviously already did a advertisement, which I'm not going to put in here, but I will put the link to the advertisement as well below, because lots of links, so you can zip zap around the internet from this video. Because isn't that cool? You know, you just want to zip to a different spot of the internet. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that cool? I think that's pretty cool. So it's gonna let you do that, and you can check out that advertisement that I made, because I'm pretty proud of that one. I like that one. The potion advertisement, I'm pretty proud of as well. It doesn't have as many views, but that's okay. By the way, you should watch that. I might even include that one. I might even bamboozle you and switch around the order of them, and you're gonna click one and be like, holy shit, this isn't the Full of Shit podcast. Ha, I got you, you son of a bitch. The Full of Shit podcast is actually under the potion advertisement link. You stupid individual, you fell for it, didn't you? I bet you did. You clicked that link and you went somewhere else. I'm gonna probably forget about this though, and you're gonna be like, holy shit, there are no links below anywhere. Why didn't this guy put any links in his video? He's talking about all these links, there are no links. No, I'm not gonna forget, because I'm gonna watch this video back like 2 or 3 times. No, probably just once, when I'm actually editing it. And I probably won't even watch the whole thing. So, you might get lucky, you son of a bitch, you might get lucky. This is a long one today, but that's fine. You know what, fuck it. Fuck it. I was gonna record Danganronpa 2, and I actually recorded like 5 minutes, but then I just deleted it, I just scrapped it. I was just like, fuck it. I'm not in the mood to voice act right now. My nose is a little bit stuffy. It's gonna sound kind of weird, and I'm gonna feel kind of weird doing it. So, fuck, we're not doing that shit. But I wanted to record. I wanted to say some things. I wanted to talk. I wanted to talk to nobody. I wanted to talk to you. I want to talk to everybody. I want to talk to the internet. I'm gonna talk about nothing at all, and everything at once. Look, we covered what? What did we cover? We covered, you know, I can't remember. Improvement. You know, self-improvement, a little bit of charisma, how you build it, how I've been building it. I don't know how you're supposed to build it, but that's how I've been doing it. It's been working for me. I've been talking a little bit about how to just better your life, talking about, you know, you gotta clean your place up, you gotta make yourself look presentable. You gotta tuck your shirt in. Tuck your goddamn shirt in.
Nothing out of the ordinary here. Fairy godparents.
You gotta make yourself presentable. You gotta tuck your shirt in. You gotta look nice. You gotta look nice for the ladies. You gotta look nice for the gents. You gotta take pride in your appearance. I spend about an hour getting ready every day. That includes like a shower. You know, I take a shower. I, you know, fix my hair up. Maybe shave if I gotta. I usually like to keep a little bit of a 5 o'clock shadow. Kind of a feel, kind of a look. I like that. I think that makes me look a bit like a grizzled detective. So, I like that look. Works for me. Works for me. I would make a great 40s detective, by the way. And by the way, if you hear these crickets, then it's too bad, because the crickets are going to be in the whole video. I can't control that. That's just how it be. If you can't hear them at all, then don't worry about it. But if you do, that's just how it be. Because, you know, I live in Florida and I record outside. So, you know, you're gonna hear nature sounds. Because nature do nature. The Full of Shit podcast. Yeah, back onto that though. I do actually really enjoy listening to the Full of Shit podcast. Like, some of the stuff they talk about is very fun. It's very lighthearted. Like, what alright, your team is superheroes. So they did an NFL thing, right? Your NFL team is superheroes. I'm gonna cover this. I had to cover this. This is too good of an idea. Alright, so you get one head coach, you get one offensive player, one defensive player. Who would my offensive player be? Who would my coach be? They gotta be from, like, Marvel, DC. You know what I mean? Okay? So I'm thinking, you know. All right, no, I'm gonna twist it though. I'm gonna twist it. I'm gonna turn it to anime because like I'm a lot more familiar. Actually, I'm really familiar with Marvel and DC, but I'm familiar with anime. And fuck it, this is my show. I'll change it however the fuck I want to change the question for my goddamn podcast. This is my single man podcast. I'll change the goddamn question. That's just how it'll be. So, all right, who'd my head coach be? Who would my head coach be for goddamn football for anime football team? Okay. Gotta be somebody smart. Gotta be somebody that can just outmaneuver anybody. You know, I would almost say I'd want like Okurin. I'd want Okabe. But I don't know if I'd want Okabe per se, because Okabe, like, I mean, he can get results, but like the future is kind of weird. So like, you know, the way he affects time, if he loses one match, he's gonna lose every time, no matter what he does. So I don't think Okabe is a good choice, unfortunately, even though he's pretty smart. Who would I want to lead? That is a very, very tough question, man. Who do I think would be the best at just like organizing a team? Shikamaru from Naruto. Shikamaru would be head coach easily. Shikamaru could. That's it. Shikamaru. All right, Shikamaru is head coach. Oh, either Shikamaru or no, Sokka's not. Sokka's from a cartoon. I can't. Sokka's not from an anime. It doesn't count. All right, Shikamaru all the way. So Shikamaru is head coach. Who's my offensive player? And I'm gonna make it so like I can't choose somebody from Naruto for anybody else. So like they gotta be from different things. All right. You know, I would say like Goku for quarterback, but like it'd be way too noticeable. You know, because that's another thing is like they have to like more or less be able to pretend to be regular people. I think it'd be way too noticeable if Goku like goes Super Saiyan or some shit. And like the ball starts like flying in the air because like he's just so powerful that like the gravity around him is bending or whatever the fuck goes on whenever he does that. Because you know, like rocks start floating up. Like I have no idea. This is just so energy. Like the ball it wouldn't matter what the fuck. The ball would not do anything. But Shikamaru, you know, he wouldn't need to cheat. He would just win without cheating because he's just smart. Also, Kurt's cowardly dog. Let's fucking go. Alright, Shikamaru is head coach. Who would be my offensive player and what would they be? I think I would have to go with quarterback because I don't know too much about football, I'll be honest, but we're gonna go quarterback because, you know, I think pretty much anybody could fit quarterback. Would Genos be like cheating? Because he's like a cyborg, you know? Do you think NFL would like allow a cyborg? Probably not. They probably wouldn't allow a full cyborg to be in, would they? Unless they didn't know it was a cyborg. Who would be able to just nail those shots? Somebody with just razor quick reflexes, probably. Oh man, there's so many options. Okay. We're gonna have to go pretty weird on this one, but because I've been watching it recently, we're gonna go with Food Wars. We're gonna go with Yukihira. Yukihira is gonna be tossing them balls down, bro. Alright, look, you can't tell me that Yukihira could not throw a ball. Like, that dude... Okay, no, maybe not. Maybe not Yukihira. Deku from My Hero Academia. Deku could throw those balls, bro. Deku could throw those balls. Or is there an even better pick than Deku from My Hero? No, Shoto would, like, literally kill people. Deku might accidentally kill somebody, but no. Deku, like, he's not gonna necessarily even need all of his power. He's just gonna have to, like, focus a little bit, you know, to just nail that ball where he wants it. Just, like, 5% of his power, you know what I mean? Like, 5% or whatever. Not even that, like, 1%. And that'd be... Nobody would be able to tell, but that ball would be, like, going. You know what I mean? Like, it would go wherever he intends it to go. And also, I don't think that you'd be able to knock him down, really. Like, there'd be no fumble plays. There'd be none. Like, he's just too hardworking and he knows stuff too well. Defense? Defense. Let's go, so I think it's just the lineman, the guys in, like, the middle. Alright, we're just... They're all one unit, but the Body Improvement Club from Mob Psycho, that's gonna be the lineman. And if we have to choose just one, then we're gonna go with the main guy. I forgot his name, but like the leader. Oh my god, this is McDonald's, fantastic. So that would be my lineup, and you know what? I think that would be fine. That'd be pretty good. Also, I'm surprised nobody said for, like, and that nobody thought that, like, Luke Cage. Come on, man. Luke Cage would be an amazing center. First off, right? First off, whoever's in front of him is just not going to be able to do anything about him. He can just walk, like, straight forward, and I don't care how big or buff the guy that's in front of him is. Like, he's Luke fucking Cage. He'll just walk forward. You know what I mean? And, like, he can book it, too. He can get that. He can get wherever he needs to go, and he can fucking take 3 guys, you know? Like, you guys should have picked Luke Cage instead of Deadpool. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Somebody should have picked Luke Cage. Alright, I think this is probably going on long enough. I mean, I've talked about literally fucking everything, and I think this is actually probably the last song. Yeah, this is the last song. We've listened to pretty much everything, so we're gonna listen out to the rest of this. But I'll just put this whole playlist. This is cartoon lo-fi. This is... Can I take your order? McDonald's. But is it okay if it's lo-fi hip-hop? And the answer, Kijugo, is it's always okay. Whatever you make is amazing. Please keep making music. I love you. I hope you've enjoyed these rants. This has been, you know, just a casual night or whatever the fuck. For me, it's nighttime. You can listen to them crickets. I hope that this, like, helps you relax or whatever. You enjoy listening to my voice. I have a pretty soothing voice. I know. It's pretty great. I like listening to my voice, at least, and I think that the fact that I like listening to it means that other people probably like listening to it, and people tell me that I have a nice voice all the time. So, here I am, just gracing you by saying words, and you know what? I don't even think that you're listening, probably not. I don't care if you're listening or not, it doesn't really matter. I'm not talking about anything too important right now, I'm just kind of just talking, you know what I mean? And like, if you take something out of this video, then you take something out of it. That's amazing. I am so happy that you got something out of, like, listening to me. Just ramble about stuff. I'm happy that you picked up something. If you did. If you didn't, that's okay. I'm glad that you're here anyways, because I love you, and I hope that you have a nice day. I hope that all of you have a nice day. I love you all. You're all very special people to me. Continue to support me, please, by continuing to watch my videos, and that will make me very happy. I don't really care too much about stuff like subs or likes even, but, like, I do like high view counts, and getting high view counts makes me feel like I'm actually doing something important. Although, if you did like this video, please leave a like, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, because I know about like 40% of the people that watch me haven't subscribed, and that's pretty crazy, because I don't have that many views. So, I hope you guys have enjoyed this. This has been just a casual night with me, Dr. Calhoun, and I hope I see you guys next time. Peace out, and have a wonderful day.